difficulties in early marriage that people are not sharing. Honestly, we have a whole lot of difficulties, challenges that you can see in early marriage. I know that we often preach that early marriage is very beautiful. It is, in terms of childbearing. Yes, it's very nice that when you bet your kids on time, you end up growing with them. When they get to some certain stage, when all of you come out together, you guys look like mates. You get, there is that butterfly it gives in the belly and in the heart. But the truth remains that early marriage has a whole lot of challenges that most people don't talk about. Even our parents sweep it under the carpet. And I strongly believe that early marriage is one of the reasons why we have crashes in marriages these days, in this 21st century. It's turning to be so common that divorce, separation is no longer a shocking news. Gone are the days when you hear that a woman or a man separates or get a divorce from the partner. You get goosebumps. You'll be so shocked. Gone are the days. It's no longer a news. It's no longer a shocking thing. People parade themselves now, proudly calling themselves single mother. Men parade themselves, calling themselves a divorcee. That I have divorced my wife. I'm looking for another one to get married to. So it's no longer a news. But today, I want to talk about the challenges in early marriage. So whenever you want to consider advising someone to go pick a wife when he's still much younger, or to go settle down as a woman when she's still much younger, try to impute this in them too. So they're going to think deeply about the decision they're about to make. One on my list is indecision. Yes, when you get married very much early, like 18, 20, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 years, you'll be struggling with decision. Yes, because by that time, yes, as I said, indecision. Because when you are still much younger, you don't know what you want. You'll be finding it so difficult to decide on what you want, thereby losing yourself. And when you now come up to some certain stage, you see your mates in some levels, you will be having mental disability. You'll be struggling mentally because you will be comparing yourself with them. Yes, indecision is a very, very, very big challenge in terms of early marriage. The second one is verbal abuse. Yes, this one is very much common when it comes to the man aspects. When you get married to a very beautiful girl, she's slim, she's this, her boo is still very much okay, her dance side is very much beautiful, but after a child, there will be a readjustment in her physical look. Being that you are not matured as a guy, you will start abusing her verbally. And this can do what? Affect her mental state. Yes, you will not beat her, but believe me, her being damaged mentally can change the overall well-being of herself. So verbal abuse is one of the challenges you have to have in early marriage. Then the third one is physical abuse. Most women, being that they're not matured, again, if you start abusing them verbally, instead of them to, just keep mute, swallow it, and know that these are the phases you are to, pass in early marriage, they will start, throwing back words to you. And most men, being that they are not still matured enough, they will try to show that they are muscular being by doing what? Abusing physically. Then the third one is separation emotionally. When you start abusing your partner in one way or the other, exhibiting some characters that doesn't go down well with them, instead of them to bring it up in discussion, to talk about it, to air their own view, speak their mind, they will start concluding in some certain things that might not even be in the picture in their mind. And what does this bring? It brings detachment. They will start detaching from you emotionally, thereby bringing emotional separation. You will see very sweet couples turning sour just overnight. The fourth one is struggle in pregnancy. I have come to observe that in this part of the world, Africa, most especially Nigerians, when a woman is pregnant, instead of the man to say, we are pregnant, he'll be so bold enough to say, my wife is pregnant. And this simply means that he is exempting himself out from the picture. What he thinks in his head that is his duty is just to impregnate the wife. He doesn't care about how she's going to cope emotionally. He doesn't care about her overall well-being, her cravings, her needs, her wants, and what she doesn't want. You see the woman struggling in that pregnancy all by herself. This is a very big struggle in early marriage. And her as a lady, if she is not from a wealthy family, or better still, from an organized family that can help her emotionally in that phase of life, you'll see her broken. So before you go settle in with a man when you are still very much younger as a lady, I think you should consider your family too before you go do what settle in, because of the challenges you might face in terms of pregnancy. Then the last but not the least is childbirth. When the woman start going for antenatal, she start having discussion on how she's going to deliver her baby, the husband will be so absent-minded because he doesn't know what they're talking about. And her herself, if she's so much unlucky not to be in a good hospital, there might be a wrong decision which will end up affecting her and the baby. I've seen a lady that got married in the age of 22. Her water got broken because she wasn't having a severe labor. She ended up spending 2 weeks before getting to the hospital. Then after all the delay, she ended up birthing that child, but with a whole lot of condition. So what did the man do? Because he's still an amateur, he have to abandon her and exit the marriage. She just carrying the cross all alone. Outside this, we have a whole lot of challenges in early marriage. Should I speak of a woman identity getting lost? How you want your future to look like? How you want your career to be? So these are the few things that you have to see in early marriage. For me, before you decide to take in a wife as a man, make sure that you are grown mentally, emotionally, and money-wise. Okay? Yes. And for you as a woman, have in mind that marriage only amplifies what you are or what you are aiming already to be. If you don't have a purpose, if you don't have a dream of where you are heading to, and you jump into a marriage, believe me, you are going to be lost. And in most cases, when you have a purpose, have aim, you jump into a wrong hands, your dreams is going to be shattered. So before making a decision of getting into an early marriage, think properly, okay? Don't forget to do what? Like, share, and subscribe if you are seeing this from my YouTube. Love you and have a wonderful day. Bye.